Hey class, I'm going to go over what we're going to be doing for math this week. The I can statement is I can interpret, represent, and compare data in bar graphs. So this week we're just going to be focusing on bar graphs, and then we'll be focusing on line graphs next week. So on this slide, this first slide, I'm actually going to be posting the video. So this is going to be the direction video that goes over all the different slides of what you need to complete. Okay, so make sure that you watch this video on slide 1. So for this week, you're going to actually have 2 word problems of the week. And the reason that we're incorporating word problems is because that seemed to be a weakness all in 4th grade. So that's why we're just giving you guys a little bit more practice on this, just to see how you would complete these word problems. Remember, we're working with adding, subtracting, multiplication, even division. Some are going to be single step, some are going to be multi-step, and you can use the Desmos calculator with word problems. So make sure that you definitely check over your answers, okay, so that you're providing the right answer here. So there's going to be 2 word problems that you're going to work on. And then as we get to slide 4, this is where you're going to have to follow each of the steps because they kind of go in order in which we want to kind of teach you guys how to do bar graphs. Bar graphs this week. So step 1 is just going to give you a Study Jams video just to kind of introduce bar graphs. Step 2, again, is going to show you a little bit more in detail with bar graphs. And then, of course, step 3 is also going to incorporate more bar graphs. So just watch these in order so that way it's a little bit easier to follow, okay? This is just an image, so there's nothing really there for you to do for that. So that's just an image. Really, you're just going to be focusing watching all of these videos. Once you watch all these videos and get a good understanding of what bar graphs look like and how they are or should be represented, you're going to actually click on slide 5, and this is where you're going to practice. So when you click on where it says make a bar graph, it's actually going to take you to a video. May have to allow it. And make sure you have your volume on. I'm going to have my volume off just because I'm speaking at the same time, but it's just going to kind of go through some examples, very similar to what you guys had seen with Go Math. And this actually comes from that program of Go Math. So a lot of it should kind of look familiar the way that they're representing it. So you'll have to click on the arrow buttons to click to the next one, and you'll have to answer some questions and things like that. So just follow what the activity is asking for you to do. You won't have to submit anything. It's just you answering the questions and seeing what you know. Now, on slides 6 through 8, you'll see they're all in the same color. I've kind of grouped them that way. This is where you're now going to be practicing how to set up your own bar graph. So the directions say use the chart below to create your bar graph. Don't forget to add a title and labels for the axis to your graph. Remember, the x-axis is going to be your bottom down here. So they've actually already titled, they've already titled what these represent, but you actually, in this one box below, let me see if I can hide this. This one box below, you've got to title it. So think about these activities. They've already kind of given you some titles that you could be using, right? The y-axis is usually going to be your numbers. So again, you're going to have to title what these numbers represent based on this table that they're giving you. So thinking about computer games, thinking about how many students chose that as their favorite, you're actually going to click on this blue tab and you're going to move it up or down. We'll move it to where you feel like it needs to go. So thinking about what number it represents, okay? And then just get it as close as you can. I know it's hard to really pinpoint exactly where it is, but you're going to do that for every single one. So a few things you're going to have to do on here. Make sure you label everything, and then make sure that you use these blue tabs down here to represent the numbers that are on the table. Once you're done setting all of that up, the next 2 slides answer questions or are asking you questions that you're going to have to answer based on this one bar graph. So you're going to have to kind of go back and forth, such as what was the most preferred after school activity? What is the least preferred school activity? How many students participated in the survey? How many more students enjoyed playing computer games over playing sports? What activity was chosen by about half the number of students who preferred watching TV? Tricky question. Make sure you read it carefully so you understand it. And which activity has exactly 13 less votes than extended day? So make sure that you're using the information that you have here on this chart to answer those questions. Okay, so all three of these will go together. On slide 9, it's basically just going to be a slide by itself that says independent practice. I know the last few weeks we've actually been having you guys work in your workbooks as independent practice, but we've done something a little bit different this week. So the next few slides, 10 through 14, are going to actually be your independent practice. So such as 10, you're going to be answering questions based on a graph. So choose your answer. Here it says, so move the circle. It's asking for you to move the circle over which answer choice you think is correct. And then it says photo of your math thinking. So this is where we just want to be able to see an image. If you could take a picture and post it here, I need to see exactly why you chose what you did. Just kind of given information based on what the chart is showing. Why did you choose your answer? Okay, so you're really you're explaining why you chose what you chose. You're going to be doing the same thing for number 11. Instead, you're going to be using a check instead of a circle. Again, think about what the question's being asked or which of these best represents the bar graph. And again, kind of explain your thinking. If you can't take a photo to post on either one of these, you are welcome to even just use words to just type in there and explain your thinking, why you chose what you did. I'm fine with that too, but please give some information. That way I know you're just not guessing on it. I need to know that you truly understand why you chose that answer, okay? The next few, slides 12, 13, and 14 are all going to be very similar in the sense that you're going to be giving a bar graph and you're going to have to answer questions based on those bar graphs. So like this one slide will be based on just this bar graph. 13 will be based just on this one. And then of course 14 will be based on this one. So answer the questions the best that you can. And then your May dues, in addition to Redbird and the multiplication Mad Minute link that's on your weekly assignment sheet, these are other options that you have for May dues. Remember, these are optional. So if you have some time and you're done with your math, you're done with all of your assignments, but you kind of want to extend your thinking a little bit more, you do now have the option to work in your SOL Success book. Remember, this one is not going to be mandatory this week. So I know you guys have been using that workbook the last few weeks, but this is only going to be a May due for this week. And then of course we have some other links here that take you to where you can create your own bar graph. Okay. So if you have any questions on any of these activities, maybe there's a question on one of these slides that you don't know how to answer, just go ahead and let me know in the discussion board. I'll try to see if I can answer the best that I can. Or again, you can always have your parents email me if that's a better way. I just want to make sure that I'm here for you guys and make sure that I am answering your questions and helping you. Okay, so if you're left confused after doing an activity, then you have to let me know, because I really need to make sure that you understand this, because when you move into 5th grade, you're going to be seeing this again, and I want you to be really, really familiar with it and not have any problems at that time. So please let me know if you need any assistance, okay? Because I am here for you guys. All right, so best of luck. Let me know if you guys need any help, and show me your best work. Take care.